Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Sarah Yu. I'm show host Dr. Sarah Yu Show, today's America and the World, as well as show host Dr. Sarah for U.S. Congress and U.S. Senate show. Today I have CEO and owner Lim. She's very famous and expert, passionate to helping sales build. I'm invited her to listen the issue on sales field. So how are you, Rim?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on the show today, Sarah.
Great, great. I'm very honor your life and contribution for sales. It's not easy, sales build be like supporting, supported people. So, but you are there. So thank you for. So first, my audience want to know about. I have few questions. Okay, want to know about you. One, who are you? What you are expert?
Well, absolutely. I'll share business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to ignite winning sales because most are chasing down clients stuck in a chaotic sales cycle and lacking client retention, conversions, and profits. So I am all about sales strategy, Sarah. That's what I do. And I love it. I love sales. It's this incredible opportunity for us to create impact for the clients that we serve with our products or services, for them and their business, for their company and their team members, and for their communities. And it is a real honor to be able to say that I am loving sales, and sales has been my journey for my entire career.
Great, great. When I start real estate 96, I always listen like a jiggle like books and many sales presentation we went. We have a lot of things to do to be expert, to be good salesperson, right? So tell me about what is sales?
Sales is, in my view, it is truly this opportunity to help and serve others through your product or service, because that's where you create a win-win. When you can help your client in whatever business they endeavor, and what they're doing so that they can then help their clients and help their community, because when businesses grow, they're able to hire more people, you know, and create a better opportunity for their team members that they currently have. All of that is just creating a ripple. But at the end of the day, it is about making and doing something that helps your clients move them forward in their life, with and in their career, in their business, with whatever the product or service that you have is. And that's the best part about sales, is be able to create that impact.
Great. So how effective sales skill develop support company grow? Everything is in the world is without sales. We cannot do economic like contribution, right? So sales is so important job. So tell me how effective sales skill develop, why, how support company grew. Yeah.
Well, for me personally, I was a Girl Scout and I sold Girl Scout cookies, and that was my first exposure to sales. And I enjoyed that. I mean, who doesn't? Well, of course, maybe there's some people who don't like Girl Scout cookies. I loved them. It was easy to sell something that I loved and an organization that I really was passionate about. I loved being a Girl Scout and all those activities. So when you have that, and that's one of the most crucial things in sales, is to have a product or service that you are passionate about and a company that you work for, that you believe in. And then it makes your job of sales a lot easier. And if you are not working for a company that you believe in their product or service, then this is the time, because the job market is so tight. Go work for a company that you do passionately believe in what they're doing, because it does not have to be world peace. Someone can be bottling a soft drink, but if that soft drink provides people with joy and it makes them just have some fun, I mean, then you're still bringing that into their life, right? So I just want you to really look at that, because then it's going to make your job in sales that much easier when you are working for a company that you truly believe in their product or service, because then you can passionately provide that to the clients.
Yeah, I am agree that I've been training many salespersons as well as I do merchant service. I visited I closed more than 4,000 sales myself, as well as helping, many my teams grew. Why the things is why I to success because of my main company that I sell and product the previous MPC become Ventive become WorldPay, FIS, they're always the best customer service and best product we sell. So we're very proud of, and so that's why very easy to close deals. And we are always training through the main company. We have a high skill. We get supported. So I really understand what you say. So we have to really believe those product, even small company salesperson, even there is two salesperson, one small company salesperson, one another, the big company salesperson. Even big company salesperson, their product good, but the salesperson who are represent to the client, they don't believe that's big and good, and they are not good sale. But even small company, salesperson, they believe those company CEO and the product, they do more sale. I have many experience, those sales. We surely follow your directions. I agree that. So I have another question that how we can training salespersons best, not only sales, but also life goal contribution community through the sales.
Well, when you get into sales training, there's so many different avenues that you can pursue. And certainly with many businesses, they will provide, certainly in larger companies, you may have on-the-job sales training, but even in a small business, a great way to do that is to bring someone on and have another salesperson, a sales pro, mentor the newbie who's come on board, and be able to really, go out in the sales calls with them, literally be the ride along, because they're going to learn a lot on that on-the-job training, from an expert. So that's one thing that you can incorporate and include in your small business, because there are so many opportunities for sales in so many small businesses across the United States and the world. But there are definitely some formal sales training programs that are out there. There's also opportunity to learn sales by finding a sales leader who's out there on YouTube or in the world that you feel that they've got the same level of values that you have to help and serve others, that they're not out there to do some kind of manipulation and shell game. And those are the people, then you can follow those people, you can watch their videos. I know that I myself have a TV show that's on sales strategy that streams on Apple TV, Amazon, Fire, and Roku. But those are the types of things that you can then, it's sort of like a DIY, but you can learn a lot about sales. And honestly, everyone should have sales training, because it's going to help you in your career, because you are actually selling. You're selling your ideas to your team members, to your boss, to get a raise. You're selling to your family what you're going to watch on Netflix or what activity you're going to do on the weekend. So sales is a core part of our life and our business.
So I'm learning real estate, brokerage company as well as construction develop. So one of my friends as well as myself, they make a lot of sales, and then those money bring their corporate nonprofit, serve community. Those sales it's not just only make money. So many people I see, they contributions community through those their skill how to sales. Like we have so many like sales jobs, right? Especially real estate agents or broker, and then merchant service, as well as even, you know, big any company, they have a like market chain, surprise, many they every daily they call like make sales. So I think we selling ourselves, why people they look at before they look at product, they look at the people who are selling those product is really feasible, like really expert as well as passionate to do. I think that you are like you doing great job for the community. But I wanna asking you, what is the issue, sales job, and what is solution you can you can talk about because of sales most commission, no, salary. That's the little bit problem also with any environment or sales field. You wanna share any issue and solution, please? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a number of different things around sales. So one thing is you do have to have resilience in sales because you're going to get no's. I mean, but if you don't ask, you don't get an answer. So you have to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get for the sale. But through that process, you also will lose clients through no fault of your own or your businesses because something has changed or occurred. Maybe that business was bought out or that business closed. So you've lost a client that you have to replace that business. So one thing in sales, I would say, is you definitely need to build up your resilience muscle. And that's important. When you're starting out, different organizations have different opportunities, and definitely going to work for an organization that has a sales training opportunity where you are paid for that as you're learning the ropes. And then you have the opportunity to grow and move up the ladder and then grew into higher income levels. Taking a job that's straight commission, normally you don't do that until you are an experienced salesperson and you have a book of business that you know that you're going to be able to work on. And most large companies as well, you're still going to be paid some kind of a stipend or salary on top of your sales commission. And every business is different on how they handle that. But working on straight commission, if you're just starting out, is really hard. And there are certain fields that I think really go that way. So you mentioned real estate, and that can be one area that you're having to put in a lot of effort and hustle to get that first house listing, to sell that first home to new buyers, get those buyer broker agreements, things like that. Those industries really are based on you do the education and then you get started. And that's why they also have a pretty high churn rate though. Real estate is one of those fields that most realtors have left the industry within 6 years because they don't have that same level of support. Now, some brokerages offer more education and more training and more support. So, I mean, we're sort of off topic, but that's a specific industry. Everyone is different and unique. But if you really love serving families and helping them get into a home, then, that's something that it's a passion for you, then you may want to pursue that.
Yes, I want to share my personal like experience. I working in the EDD. I hire like a lot of people interview because we go to EDD. We can interview 500 people in each different location, maybe 100. So we have so many unemployment people there. So I hire people, but we only starting person. We only give commission, right? Each deal is commission. We as entrepreneurs, I have an issue, which is we give all the desk, all the office, second floor, first floor. We spending like 6 months, a lot of money to training those people. But as you said, people because of their like first starting those business, every sales is take time like 6 months, 1 year to be professional. Like as an entrepreneur, we have a issue because we have to spend all the money those unskillable workers because too scared. That's why I fight for the the entrepreneur. We have some government program that able to support those entrepreneur struggle, even especially in sales and merchant service, as well as credit the real estate. I have a experience also. We are in Becker's Hathaway beverage office. We have many sales agent and broker working. Not that many who is really expert to coming, but still we have a lot of issue to the training every day. We get many training, as well as I think a salesperson should remember that like even same position lots different quality persons, because as I myself, I graduation top 12 real estate develop or top real estate schools, each different expert certified, as well as not only company give it to us reading books, go to even MIT real estate develop courses. So many resources there. We should take serious those sales jobs, because many people just think only short term. Try it, go 6 months, try it 3 months, stay. As you said, the 6 months. After a real estate agent, they kick their jobs. I understand that. That's why I think we should support some training more to those professional jobs. I work on it too. It's one big issue for entrepreneur. So thank you for sharing that that your view of that. I want to know about what is your 5 years goals, how we can contribution that. Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 years from now, I want to be having retreats that are about sales strategy, growing your business, that really support women entrepreneurs and women small business owners, and bringing them together, not just for the sales strategy and growing their business from that angle, but also growing their business from other avenues, whether it's finance, or if it's marketing, to your point, whether it's technology or tools, but also their self and their own growth mindset and growing themselves as an individual. So that's one of the things that is my big dream and my big goal. And there's always room for collaboration and that type of retreat where that's not just going to be me. It's going to be all kinds of other women who are there supporting other women, women who are doing workshops and training other women, or providing them with the foundation and that community, so that they can grow both personally and professionally and for their business.
Great. Thank you so much sharing, because women had now is most many CEOs or workers they consider hire more woman worker, as well as we need a really woman more like a skillable worker, not only just their field of skill, as you said. Many we need a cultural like adaptance in the field of the work. As a woman is the we need more like develop, because many cultural themes or cultural view is still like women need more develop. So thank you for your contribution that you have a goal of that. So we have okay, another questions today. We have many independent contract, Uber or like Lyft driver. So there, as well as many field sales, they are independent contract, right? So what do you think, what issues they have, as well as how we solution? How you think future sales industry should be developed? Yeah.
So I'm not an expert on the contract labor, but that's certainly one of those areas that, as an emerging market, I think there's opportunity on both sides of that equation. It does allow people to have a little bit more freedom and flexibility in their lives, but that's a pretty big issue to unpack. And I'm not very good at what I know about it. So I'm going to take the second part, which is the opportunity for sales careers and a professional sales down the road. Sales is always going to be here. It is one of those things, especially in a B2B world, whatever the solution, the product or service is, from high-tech communications to putting in, cybersecurity, to, filling in the parts for the manufacturing and having a Kanban system and making sure those are ready to go when they're needed on the production floor. All of those types of services and products require professional salespeople. And it is something that is never going to go away. We're always going to need that human to human element to sell the product or solution to help the client in their business with what they want, need, or lack, what area of concern they have that needs to be addressed, what pain point they're trying to solve, and why it matters to them, so they can do whatever that is, make their organization more streamlined so that they can create more jobs because they can produce product more effectively so they can grow their audience and their clients. There's just a myriad of ways that you are helping that client in their business or for their team members in the sense of being more engaged in their company and being happier at their job and making that a better part of their day.
Great answer. We have right now, I studied at the MIT as well as a Wharton Business School about AIU. So how AIU, can develop for next generation sales? Can you share that too?
Well, I mean, there's always some element of artificial intelligence, but at the end of the day, when we're talking high level professional sales, that is going to be human to human, because there are nuances of things that need to be resolved. And it's not just selling the solution. You're also implementing and executing on that. You're nurturing the client in a corporate environment. You're not only selling to that first corporate unit, that could be a silo, a department, it could be a plant location, but then you're then selling to the company and to expand your services, whether it's, as I said, plant by plant, region by region, department by department. And so that is something that requires that human to human interaction to do that. And certainly when issues arise, it is the salesperson who is going to be that escalation point and who can help resolve the problem so that the relationship can continue to thrive and grow, because otherwise you're going to lose that client and you're going to have to replace that client. So I think that on some levels of using artificial intelligence, certainly for those initial, we all have gone into those robocalls, but making them a little bit smarter to at least direct the people to the right person that they need to talk to. In some cases, to direct and answer some questions that might be able to be, that you already know things that are likely to arise and you've worked that out. And then how can you quickly help the client to get the solution? There's absolutely ways that you can weave that in. At the end of the day, selling is a human to human equation.
Oh, yes, I understand that. Still, AIU technology, they cannot emotional decision. Like example, the car driver, we can replace as AIU no driver, right? So, but once the people in front of people there's two place people there. Who we're gonna choose to avoid those car accidents? So still, emotional, or still we have all the emotional things, decision making, but the AIU limited those decision making still yet. So that's why we still not popular AIU yet. If AIU is able to those even human decision, the can able to. But anyway, thank you so much to sharing. So this is the last how we can contact you and what is your last message?
Well, It's real easy to find me because I'm the only Lynn Whitbeck on LinkedIn. So you can find me there. My website is petitetoqueen.com. And if you go to petitetoqueen.com